a small lost dog.
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 They remembered their parents taught them to always help animals, so they
They,
stopped.
they remembered their parents taught them to always help animals, so they stopped.
The dog was coughing, so they gave it some water.
The dog was coughing, so they gave it some water.
They also bought some dog food to feed the puppy.
They also bought some dog food to feed the puppy.
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 If you say puppy, that's correct. If you say puppy, that's more like French language, right?
Yeah.
Okay, look, 3 sentences now. I think this is enough. So try from the beginning.
Laura and Paul went to a mall. Laura wanted to buy a shirt, but it was too short. On their way home, they saw a small dog. They remembered parent, parents taught them to always help animals, so they stopped. The dog was coughing, so they gave it some water. They also bought some dog food to feed the puppy.
That's all right. You just didn't read the word lost. You
Yeah.
said a small dog. All right. A small lost dog. Right.
A small lost dog.
That's okay. Let's try these two next lines. So these are some lines we didn't read yet. Let's try this first one. So
The,
the dog was
the dog was very happy and was hitting the ground with its paw, making funny sounds.
pause.
Paws.
You see, paw would be one, but you know that dogs actually have four paws, right? Not one.
Yeah.
So that's why we need to say also the sound
Paws.
for the letter S. And in this case, it's going to be sound Z. Pause. Pause.
Paws.
That's right. So you need to say Z, like for the word zoo, for example, you know.
I
Let's
know.
write this. And Z, Z, pause. One more time, this beautiful name for you.
Uh, Lola and Paul thought that dog was very cute, so they decided to take it home and keep it as a pet.
We see and you said so.
Yeah.
They decided. We don't see so, we just see and, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Don't read the words we don't see. Those are ghost words, right?
Yeah. I think.
Okay. Do you read it sometimes at school like that?
Yeah. Just
Okay.
sometimes.
Only sometimes. No big deal, but just try to remove the reading the words that don't exist in the paper, because it's not only that they make a mistake, but they're just not there. So no need even to tell them. So, okay, now this was all right. Can you tell me what are they talking about in this story? Can you describe it in your words? What is the story about?
The story about uh like friends. Yeah. Some friends going to a mall. The girl named Laura and the other named Paul. So Laura want to buy a shirt. Can you show it? You know?
Sure.
But it was too short for her.
Mhm.
So they decided to go home. I guess. Uh, on the on the way home, they saw a small dog. They remember her parents said always help, animals.
Right.
So
They did,
so
right?
they, yeah, so they did help them. They gave them water and bought them some dog food to feed them. The dog was very happy and hit the ground with its paw,
Pause.
making a, paws, making a funny sound. Laura and Paul thought the dog was very cute, so they decided to take it home. Yeah, that's all.
That's all, but you're mainly reading, right?
I think.
You are still reading. Look, if we don't read like this, if I just move this and it's blank, now you don't see it, but what do you remember?
I remember Laura and Paul go to a mall, but
Went.
went
Mhm.
went to a
Went.
mall, but Laura want to buy a
Wanted.
shirt, but
Wanted.
wanted to buy a shirt, but it was too short for her. So they decide to get home.
To go home, right?
On the way, they go home.
On their way back home.
Their way to go back to home, they saw a small dog.
Right.
Yeah, a
What
small
did they do?
trolley dog. So their parents uh, taught them that always to always help the animals.
Sure.
So they decide to stop and help them.
Right.
They give them some water, bought them dog food, and feed them.
Gave.
And
They gave.
gave him.
Mhm.
And they thought the dog was cute, and yeah, uh, yes, that's what all I remember.
And they kept the dog, right?
Yeah, they
It
kept the
be
dog.
okay, the dog became their pet, I guess, right? Good. All right. Thank you. That's okay now. Maybe we'll try one more. We'll just see if we can, you know. So because we do still have enough time for one more reading. So that was number 7. Let's do number 8 also today. So if we manage. Because you know, when you practice reading, sometimes you will meet more difficult words, sometimes easier words. So sometimes lessons last longer or shorter. We cannot make all lesson files same in length. Where is it? 7. Okay. 8. I will share maybe with you this same file. I already shared it. Good. Files are in your chat, so if you are later on your computer, you can very easily, you know, use those. Just don't know if this is a live or not a live link. I'll try to get you again the pronunciation.
All right.
This one should be. Let me check. Yeah, that's the one. Correct. From BBC again. So listen, here it is, and book is open as well. So tell me when you finish this one. It's very short, 1 minute.
All right. I done it.
Okay, great. Let's also just read it. So do you remember long or short sound?
Short.
Short vowel. So can you tell me loudly only the sound?
Ooh.
Okay, thanks. Not very hard, right? Let's read the words.
Food.
Okay.
put,
and
good.
good. That's all right. Thanks. Let's go to next part. Here we are.
Hood,
Wood. Mm-hmm.
could, should, full, hoof, cook, book, pull, look, took.
Okay, that sounds pretty good. Let's try. How do you do it with sentences?
She afraid of Captain Hook. Bulls are very dangerous.
Bulls.
Bulls,
Bull. Bull. Bulls.
bulls.
Mm-hmm. Bull.
Bulls.
Here's the link for you for all these difficult words, so you can check now or later, no problem. But it's short. Just keep it short. Bulls. Bulls. Bulls.
Bulls.
Mm-hmm.
Bulls.
Okay. Number 3.
There is a rabbit in the bush.
Not bush, but bush.
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 Okay. Because every word today that you study in this file, everything comes in the same, completely same sound, short U. So if you see the red word, and if you're not sure, just say short U. And you see it's red, right?
Yes.
You see it's red, so we can't say bush. We need to say bush. Let's try number 4. I bought
I bought new cushion.
Cushions, because you know it's red again, so every word which is red will have the same sound. Ooh, short U, same sound, you know. You right. Cushion. The whole file, everything red. Cushion. Can you try number 5?
Can you pass the sugar?
Please.
Can you pass the sugar, please?
Number 6.
He stood up to show respect.
In English language, stood up is one phrase, so we need to read it together as one piece. Let me show you. Stand up.
Stand up.
Past tense is stood up, but we read it always together because it's a phrase. So phrasal verbs for you note. Read phrasal verbs as one expression. No pause between the 2 words. Always keep it together. If you read this one, stand up, right?
Yeah, stand up.
Stand up, great. So you'll read past tense.
Stood up.
Stood up, great. So one more time, number 6.
He stood up to show his respect.
Why do we read his? It's not here. It's not here. It's you know, that's what we're gonna give a nickname to what you read. Ghost words, right?
Ghost word.
They don't exist, but you keep saying them, right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Number 7, wool.
Wool. Wool is very warm. Bullet trains are very fast.
I heard you said bullet, right?
Bullet.
And you can see that you don't need to say you need to say e.
E.
Bullet.
Bullet.
Bullet. Okay, bullet is correct. Bullet is not correct because we don't say the sound E. Sound E is not there, so you just read sound E, and you can forget letter E. It's a silent letter. Letter E is a silent sound. Need to say. Let's try one more time. Number 8, please.
Bullet trains are very fast.
Bullet trains.
Bullet train.
I know it's hard because you need to say to here, and you also need to say to here, right?
Yeah.
So bullet t and also t train. Bullet trains.
Bullet train.
Trains.
Trains.
Because you have S, so you need also to say z here. So you would say bullet trains. Bullet trains.
Bullet trains.
You see, now it's correct. Okay. This part is not easy. Okay, number 8. Bullet trains.
Bullet train.
Okay. Okay, that's one part. So I think for today, we will stop here, but I think we will continue exactly here in the next class that we meet. So I just will write you the note. But this file, because it's not finished, so I will encourage you to listen to, not listen, read at home the part 4 before the next class if you have 10 minutes time. If not, we can do it together. It's all right, perfectly. But this sound is something that you finished studying in the pronunciation book. If you remember, pronunciation for this sound is among the first lessons we did and studied in the pronunciation book. So it was a long time ago, but now we need to make sure that you read it correctly as well. So if you want to practice a little bit, you can, no problem, but only this part, exercise 4, Okay, so that's for you. And for the next time, I want to send you the next pronunciation for listening to prepare better, because you can see, some sounds are going to be more difficult than others. I'll send you the file for the next for the next class to listen at home. So today we did 24, and you can see 24 was a little bit difficult. Some words are challenging. For the next time, I send you in advance 25. Okay. Practice listening at home to prepare better for the next file. Number 25, of course, as you can see. You have the book at home, so no problem. It's in your computer, but I just send you now the audio 25. So this one. Okay. That's it. Practice a little bit when you can, when you're free, and we talk again next time. And I hope you have a great evening for today. Thank you very much for studying.
Thank you.
You're welcome. See you. Bye-bye.
Yeah.